good, bro. Very good.
Steven Coreno, KOR Sports. We're here with Ribert Garcia. Robert, just to clear up some stuff, man, we saw, Jose Ramirez in an ambulance, but it didn't seem like the kind of fight that would warrant something like that. Just what happened with
Look,
him?
man, Haney's, what's the dad's name?
Bill?
Bill. He knows that in the rules meeting after the weigh-ins, they clearly told everybody, the locker room is in the hotel, 2 blocks away. So after the fights, every fighter has to report to the doctor, just like they do it everywhere. But it's not an arena. They had the ambulance in the back of the fight. So every single fighter had to be checked by the doctor. Jose went in there, got checked, got released, grabbed the Suburban and took us to the hotel. And every fighter did, trying to make themselves look like, oh, we heard him, that's why we had to send him. It's all bullshit. Wow. It's all bullshit. He knows he's lying. And, look, I like the Haneys. They've respected me. We actually had a good talk after the fight, me and the dad. We talked really nice. But when him saying that, trying to make themselves look like they hurt Jose, that just doesn't make me happy. You know what I mean? Be real. That was what every fighter had to do. Why are you go out there trying to make the world believe something that didn't happen, something that's not true? That's lying to yourself too. That's honestly that's weak.
Right.
That's weak. I wouldn't do something like that. That's weak. And he's a grown man. For that. I respect him. I respected him. Not anymore. That's weak.
I was gonna say, we saw in Ellie's video that they passed each other in the hallway and stuff. So obviously,
correct.
He wasn't there. But that's unfortunate, right? These things happen in boxing, I'm sure.
Look, and it wasn't even nothing that big of a deal. It was something that happened, with one of Jose's cousins and stuff like that. Nothing really. There was nothing serious in reality. But before that, and in the ambulance, when I seen that today, that was I feel embarrassed to fucking put something like that if I know it's a lie. If I know it's a lie to try to make myself look good, I fucking feel embarrassed.
Right. No, 100%. I mean, obviously Jose's still okay.
Jose's good. Nothing's wrong with him.
Right.
Shit. There was a fight that had I think they broke record in history until the next day. Canelo threw less. But until that fight, Haney shouldn't be happy. They broke record in the less punches landed and less punches thrown in history of a championship fight. The next 24 hours, Canelo did worse.
Right.
But he shouldn't be happy fucking posting shit like that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But it is what it is.
Just what did you think of Canelo's and Skull's performance?
I was here in Vegas already, so I didn't really pay too much attention to it. It was, just one of those boring fights also. Canelo throwing one punch at a time. Just one of those, Skull just running and running and running, What can we do? What can a fighter do when a fighter is running so bad? Canelo couldn't do anything else because that guy was just running and running.
Right.
We go back to Friday. Could Jose maybe down a little bit more? Maybe yeah. But if you got a fighter that's gonna keep running and running and running, it's not like Haney was boxing and landing and he broke records and less punches landed in history.
It's unfortunate, man. But obviously we got Murtayev coming up next Saturday.
Next Saturday, yeah.
Should be entertaining. He's an entertaining fighter. What do you expect to see?
Chop, and we have Giovanni Santillan. So no, we continue to work. Every weekend we got fights. So my team keeps going.
Yeah, businessman of boxing.
Exactly.
Robert, appreciate your time. Thank you so much.